the tabletop to the PC. If you love this hobby, your family. No talk, no fanboy spin. Just straight up gamers talking to win. Below replacement level. Vinny and Joe keep it real, no settle. Sports sim talk. Let's go.
Welcome to the Below Replacement Level show. I'm Vinny.
I'm Joe. Welcome, everybody.
And I'm Jamie, joining in tonight.
And I am trying to find the chat. Where is it? Because I am shot. Why is it not
Hello,
showing?
Mr. Ray. Welcome to the chat, Mr. Ray.
You seeing it?
Yes, bottom right, you got to click. It should say chat.
Nope.
Now, we got Mr. Barrett in here with us.
Oh, Vinny.
Good game. I got a good game going, Ray, in our HHL. Finished the first period.
Oh, that right. Mike Silva, you like that, huh? Jay's going to win the, what's the award they give for music? I don't know.
I'm going to get the Potty Award for the best theme song for a podcast.
You're also going to get the, I won't go there. Pissing people off. All right. So we're live. I'm just trying to figure something out here while I'm talking here. Anyway, whatchamacallit, tonight's discussion was going to be about what's important to you. Is it your results? Do you have to be perfect? Is it the immersion of the game? The fun of the game? For me personally, it's a reasonable results and fun. Has to be.
Yes.
What do you think?
I lean towards you. It's got to be fun. I don't want perfect results because to me that would definitely get stale after a while. You know, if I replayed let's say a 69 net season and I came out perfect results, receiver and I'm not gonna, and I do it again and it happens. I've started to, and I play, and I don't mean to belabor it, but I play a lot of as played starting lineup replays, and I'm doing it with my 55 Dodgers, and I will continue. But I've kind of started to lean towards recreating history, where maybe doing my own starters and my rotations. But yeah, back to the original questions. Yeah, I want fun. I want reasonable results, not horrible results, not perfect results.
Right. Hey Jeff, thanks for joining us. Ray, feel free to leave. No, it's up to you.
How about you, Jane?
Jamie, what are you?
I mean, I think like everybody, you want the it to be what you think is believable. That varies, depends on the person, I guess. But I know everybody always says, well, I don't want perfect stats. And I mean, I think literally they mean they don't want perfect stats. But I think really, I can't say everybody. I think majority of us, though, whenever we do a replay, we're always still partially looking at the stats and like, that's a little bit off. Like you can't help it because you have the real stats right there in front of you. And, it's always kind of staring at you.
Right.
It doesn't mean it will keep you from having fun, but sometimes it can throw you off. Like if you have say a pitcher that had a great season and he's not doing it in your replay, you might get frustrated just because, I wanted to see this guy dominate. But so maybe it's not so much about the stats there. It would be more about the guys playing how you should. But
good point.
Since it's random,
and then
we all three could play the same replay and get different results. So.
Exactly, because we are playing it differently. We might be playing it differently, but the ironic thing about what you say, Jamie, is yes, like I said, I'm not looking for perfect stats, but then again, if they don't come close, I'm saying, is this game engine as good as it should?
But that's what I mean too. They have to be reasonable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't have to be dead spot on. I always said to Jamie, we've just said this from day one we met. If I want spot on, I'll just go to the library and read the box scores, and they'll be perfect stats. I promise. You know what I mean? But yeah, you want them to be reasonable. You don't want, I don't want to see a team that won 100 games win 75 games or 70 games. Yeah, so stuff like that. What do
Yeah,
we got
Jeff.
here? Mr. Jeff says, I play older seasons. It takes me back to the days where I really followed the different games. I get to relive my youth. Amen to that, Jeff.
Yes.
But I do want fairly realistic. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, we're all sports fans, so we do want that. You know, we all want that. It has
It
to.
is the backbone of these games. I mean, the reason we're playing them is so they at least sort of resemble the real world.
Right.
Mhm.
You know, so I mean, unless you're playing like Joe was talking about, or like I do with Out of the Park, I might take like a historical season, but I'm gonna say do a lot of what is if this guy's traded, or let the game have players come up at different times, so that my definition of what's realistic is good.
Mhm.
Right. Right. So, again, good evening, guys. Good evening, Imagi Sports. Again, Tom, hello. Thank you for your help with the highlight maker hoops. Very good. I'm in love with that game right now. So I want the plays, Tom says, I want the plays to be represented as they were on the cards. What happens with the dice happens as long as Bobby Knopp doesn't hit 37 home runs. Yeah, I think any game engine, if that happens, it's going to have to go in the garbage.
Yeah. Well,
So,
Raymond. So Raymond, he says he enjoys trying to get his flyers to win games on his table.
sure.
And,
Sure.
and I get, so with that being said, Raymond, so all the times your flyers lost and weren't successful, would you do as played? Or are you saying to yourself, maybe the coach didn't do the job he should have, and I can do it better? And will you make changes to those games that you play? So that's another way.
Yeah. I relate that to Bernie, how he likes to try and take those odd seasons and the heartbreaking seasons of his Red Sox and tries to turn them around.
Changes. Yeah,
I think
that's
that's
what
a lot of fun.
that's what inspired me. Him and then I heard James Cast actually talk about it too. So right after Bernie, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try that, and I did it with my was it the 2015 Mets, and they won 4 straight. I coached them my way, put my own rotation in. They won 4 straight. I'm not saying I would have won in real life, but I changed history on my table. I was
There you
happy.
go. And I think when you try to do stuff like that, you're definitely more like involved,
Mhm.
And
invested.
like I was just saying, like Mike Silva was saying, too, getting back to just what's important to you. Like if you're just playing it, because you want to play with the guys you played with when you were, to play when you were a kid and all that.
That too.
That's what matters most. The stats would be secondary.
I agree. Sometimes on your point and his point, like I loved Tommy Agee as a kid. He was one of my heroes, on the Mets. You know what? If I replay a season, then I want him to hit 350 because he was my hero. So to your point, that's a good point.
Yeah, Mike, I relate to that somewhat. It's just in my head too.
Yeah.
It's got that feel. It just keeps you young. I don't
It's
know,
true.
for lack of a better way of wording it. So yeah,
Brings you back. It brings you back.
yeah, and I think that's why we do these things.
Yes.
And most of us here are retro players. I don't know too many of us that follow the current sport or replay that sport because we're so involved in getting the older seasons played, the ones we relate to more. But hey, Brian, welcome. Thanks for jumping in.
We have royalty in the house now. Brian's here.
Now, Brian's been at it with the new highlight maker hoops.
I know. That's why I'm saying
Mikey T in the
Mikey
house.
T.
Welcome, Mike. Welcome. Tom says, before he was your hero, Joe, he was his hero on the White Sox.
Yeah. Oh, so you're just showing your age, Tom, that you're older than me.
Oh, wow. Tom, he just hit you right below.
No,
the
I'm
belt.
being. I know him as a baseball card collector, and as a sports game, I knew he came from the White Sox.
Good out, Joe. Good out.
That was my out.
That's it. You bailed yourself out of that one. So yeah, like lately, and it's kind of weird because you guys know I've never really been a quick play game, and I am. Anytime I can I haven't had a lot. I'm playing this highlight maker hoops, and then The reason I was thanking Tom is because I reached out to him. I wanted to play with the primetime game because now I needed stats. Like this Jokic character's got me following the NBA again, which I haven't followed current basketball in I don't know how long. The guy's a freak. Anyway, so assists have always been a part of the game of basketball for me, and I love having them pile up. But today, after I finished playing a game, what didn't go well. The Lakers in Denver with, well, I won't even bring up his name, but the Lakers were doing good. Anyway, I broke out the college game again. I'm like, nah, I really want to get games in now because I'm replaying a certain conference with that new play down set. And so now I'm at the semifinals, but I broke out the highlight maker hoops and the games just flow. Like I was able to get one in, set it up, got one in right before I had to leave for that memorial. And I was like, my wife said, come on, we got to get ready. I'm almost coming. I got to just do something, But
One
I
more
got
free
it done.
throw.
Yeah, I got it done. It's just, you do miss the stats, but the highlights, if you mark them. So I marked the point, the scoring, the foul throws, the free throws. I can't even think. I had a long day, guys. And then the defensive highlights they make. And you could see the impact these players have. And you could almost put them, they're not the exact numbers, but you could put them in your head and you could see what type of games. And
No, it's
unbelievable. Wow. I would have thought it was a lot more than that, Tom.
It's true, Vin. It's true. A perfect example. My Soccer Blast Express. I just bought it recently, and I bought the '77 season, and I replayed the Cosmos. It was 26 games with the Express games. I did it in 2 days.
Oh, you done? You finished it?
I did it. I finished it.
How many?
Per exact record, the exact record. And you still get the goals and stuff, and I like that. And what's in Giorgio won?
How many goals did him and Pele score?
Oh, I had it over
Jay,
here.
you and I used to talk about that team.
I think Giorgio.
yeah.
I think Mr. Giorgio scored 19. Pele scored 13. But like you said, like I got the feel, the stats, the feel of the players, and I got 26 games done in 2 days.
Wow,
Ridiculous.
nice. Jay, what have you been doing other than helping Mike with that big, beautiful baseball bashing?
That takes up a big part of what gaming time.
Yeah.
I mean, on my own, I recently been playing with the new version of Out of the Park, and I actually have a 1985 PC replay.
They're still going?
Yeah, I'm playing every game.
Nice.
So just going at a
Good season.
a good pace, whatever.
How far into it?
I'm like the 3rd week of August.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
But I've been doing it for like 10 months, but not nonstop. But I started it about 10 months ago.
It's still pretty far.
Yeah.
How's it shaking out? Pretty accurate?
Yeah, it's coming pretty close standing wise.
Is Willie McGee hitting close to 353? I believe he hit that year.
I want to say I don't know. He was leading the NL in batting. I remember for a while. I don't know if he still is or not. I know the Joe won't like it, but his Mets, they're kind of stuck in like second gear the whole first half of the season. So I don't know if they're going to contend or not. But otherwise, it's pretty much the Yankees versus the Blue Jays in the American League East, and Royals and Angels are battling it out in the West. And it's pretty, I mean, I guess with a lot of these replays, that tends to happen. The teams that are better.
Cardinals winning the league.
Cardinals are the
winning.
best team, and then nationally,
Yeah.
I mean, and the Dodgers are leading the West.
I believe in real life the Cardinals beat my Mets by 3 games. It actually came down to September.
Both the NL East and AL East was decided near the end of the year.
Yeah.
John Tudor had a phenomenal year.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Him and Dwight Gooden both had.
Gooden was lights out that year.
Yeah. Wow.
I saw something. I saw something that I wanted to
This is my
address.
man Brian.
Oh, the Mike Silva said. When you're done with that, go ahead.
He's still here?
Yes, he said something that was in my head, and he put it up.
So Brian just finished up the first round of his game.
Wow.
And and I believe Brian, you could answer. You played the highlight maker hoops, right? You don't play any of the. You don't play prime time. I believe. Hey, Dr. Jim, Dave, what's up?
Dr. Jim and David.
So Mike had something in there. Oh, this
Yeah,
one?
from a game mechanics perspective, yes. So it's funny when you put that up, Mike. I was thinking that, on the subject that we have here tonight, even if you want to come close, absolutely of paramount importance to have all players carded. Otherwise, you're not going to, you may not even come close in your replays. And that's why I love games like, and I'm not here trying to promote for anybody, but I love season ticket baseball because it cards every player. And
Nah,
I've
you're
been,
a shill for Clay.
no, I'm not a shill for Clay. I used to be called a shill for Strat.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And they don't card every play in. That's what's, that's kind of when you're doing a replay, that becomes disappointing.
Yeah, no, I love
You know.
Clay's game.
But yeah, season ticket, I just leaning more and more towards that for that reason. But yeah, excellent point, Michael. Totally agree.
Cool. Tom's using Prime. Yeah, Tom loves Prime Time. I do. So, it is NCAA season, so we shouldn't be talking about baseball ever.
Well, it's opening day in another few days.
Is it?
Yeah, Thursday. I believe Thursday, right, James?
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Using Prime Time, I finished the Reds first round, and I finished, that's the Red Regional, 4 games of the Blue first round, 12
Nice.
total, 3 upsets. Very nice. Yeah, I figured that, but it does. I got to tell you, just like I was saying just before, I asked Tom for some help with something. He sent it to me. I said, I want to get some full game in. And then I was like, you know what? I want to get the play down teams played with. And just to get my feet wet with fictional, because I am brand new to that, I'm playing the PC conference, and I'm at the semifinals now. So who knows? Tomorrow's another busy day. I've been going since I don't know what time this morning. So yeah, we had a memorial. Then I invited back my my niece, her husband, 3 girls that, oh my goodness gracious. Whew. I was ready to put the dots in them, like you put an elephant to sleep. The 3 of them. And then the other one, their cousins. So they've been going all day. I was grilling and everything. So I'm Joe kept sending me we told everybody 9 o'clock. I'm like, I'll get there. And I was hoping Jamie would come on too. And if I fall asleep, them 2 could carry the night. So Denny, what's up? Denny's new to us. Denny I met on Delphi.
Okay. Welcome, Demi.
Yeah. And he had sent a message asking why we're no longer in another show.
Oh.
And I said, I didn't give him the details. You don't need them. And go back and watch my Clearing the Air. And then, so he said he would come on and follow. So thank you so much for following. Yeah.
Great. Pleasure to have you. MVP candidate here, too. Play PC.
I love 1968. Love it. I do.
Oh,
Wow.
Wednesday. You're
Very
okay,
good.
Michael. Wednesday night, huh? First game.
You know what I'll be doing Wednesday night? Watching hockey. So yeah, what's important? You guys have come in. We got a lot more people just showed up than did before. So what we've been talking about is evening submaster.
There he is. Our man is here.
What's more important to you? Having dead accurate stats, those standings coming out exactly, and the home run leaders, the whole bit.
It could vary too for people by the sport too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how important the stats are in football might be more tied to the team stats or the standings versus the players in baseball. Baseball, you're always more into the individual stats than you are in, say, football. I don't know. You guys are more hockey guys. I think hockey has kind of that mix of individual team like baseball. But football, I think the team stats seem more important.
More important.
The players. I mean, to me. Other people might see it differently.
And on your point, Jamie, again, another good point. I'll say baseball and hockey. So if I'm playing hockey and Esposito comes down and the goalie makes a save on him, I'm saying, okay, great save by the goalie, Esposito. But with baseball, if Mays comes up with the bases loaded and he strikes out, I think you're more disappointed because you are looking for that individual stat more than the other sports.
Right. see what Brian playing like. We don't have stats, right, for highlight maker hoops.
Right.
We have scores and stuff, but like what Brian was just saying, that's the whole game right there. What a feeling that you could see it. You know what I mean? You could just get that feeling of
Get the
when
feeling.
guys get on a roll, and then you end up with it's called lightning status. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. So you know what, Jay? With the comment you just made, I was wondering, does it matter more in the sport that you like more?
Yeah, that's kind of what
You know
I
what I
was-
mean? If you're
Yeah,
more a
that's what I was-
baseball guy, is that what you kind of alluded to? Like,
Well, I mean, people like different sports. Like if I play a football game or a baseball game, the stats matter more to me in baseball than they do in football. At least like I'm not really that concerned about how many yards the running back had rushing,
Right.
versus in the season or the game or whatever versus
Mm.
baseball where, like Joe was saying, you like want the good guys to come through, or on the season that their stats line up. I mean,
Right.
part of it has to do with how the game's played, because football, you can influence the game so much when you're playing,
Mhm.
by the plays you choose and all that.
True. So, Demi, I see you.
Rules that make sense in game developers. Yeah, you're looking.
I will say this, and I appreciate every game developer that's able to answer questions. But 99% of our game developers and our friends who do it have other jobs. Most of them wouldn't even be able to, they wouldn't be able to, like, full-time answering questions and and sending out corrections and stuff like that. So I would assume, Demi, that you feel like as long as it's in a timely manner, right? And I think for the most part, the people I know I've dealt with, the companies I deal with, I think they pretty much check that box that they do answer in a timely manner. And the good ones have people out there, and I'm going to point to Brian and Tom as gamers who play their games, and they are so willing to help. I know if I understand and know a game, I have no problem jumping on and answering a question. I've been wrong before with some stuff, but I have no problem helping. But to fully expect the game developers 100% of the time, that's a big ask, Plus, I'd rather them be working on stuff and we'll just buy them.
I think, and yeah, absolutely, Vin. But to build on what you said, I think in most of our communities and the play community, I'll use them for an example. Most people are always willing to help others.
Yes.
I find that a lot in play.
Yeah.
Also, in season ticket baseball, Joseph Costa Jr. Okay,
Joe helps
perfect
everybody.
example. Somebody puts a question before you could type the answer. Joe's answered it, and
I
Joe's
think it'd be more interesting if there was an exception to that. I can't think of one where there's like a group of people online or whatever that play a game that aren't usually wanting to help other people play the games or whatever. There
Yeah.
might be a group like that. I don't know, but
there are some people in some of the.
I'm
other
not talking about
groups.
individual people. But
Right,
I mean,
right,
group,
no,
I mean, individually, and same with the game developers. I mean,
Yeah,
they love their game, so of course they're gonna like. I mean, it'd be like for the podcast, if someone responds to you you're glad that someone appreciates what you're doing.
Clay is a perfect example of a game developer. In his group, people put questions. If Joe Costa don't answer it first, Clay usually is the next answer. He's really hands-on, Clay,
Yeah.
in his groups with his game.
And I kept this up here because this is definitely a different take because it's not your replay, it's a draft
Okay.
league. So I'm assuming your draft leagues are your solo stuff or you play in. Oh, it's in draft league. Yeah, clarify that for us because I know I get a little more invested in the leagues I'm in. Although as I've got older, I've kind of given up worrying about if I'm winning or not. I just want to get through the game and not get through it because I'm tired of it, just to enjoy it more. So, yeah, and I agree with Brian here too. This is, and we've discussed that, Joe, because you took a
Yes.
dive into
I
fiction.
took a dive into it. Yes.
You're not tied into watching Rod Carew's career,
No, it's true.
or Clement. Yeah, guys like that. You're not tied into that. you get to see somebody else's career.
I wonder
And,
if anybody that's played fictional like multiple seasons, if they're on, like after a certain number of years, do they had start building their own expectations?
And yes,
Like like this guy's always good, and why isn't he playing good?
it,
Then it would
it,
almost be the same as real life,
it's
which would be kind
happened.
of cool too.
It's happened to me in the
Yeah.
season XHL. I got when I got halfway through the season, I was starting to get familiar with the fictional guys and like, oh, he had a he had a bad game today. Oh, he played so good the list. So you do, but you're still not as invested. You don't get
No, yeah.
disappointed. But
You
you
don't
do.
have a frame of reference. But
But
I
you
was thinking
do.
more like if you had played like say 3 or 4 seasons, and now that's kind of in your head the same way like the real stats are in your head,
Mhm.
like that if that ever happens when you're playing fictional or not.
right. I always think of the guy, I think it was Della Rosa in the baseball fictional Keith's
The
baseball.
the history maker baseball guy, yeah.
Yeah, he was like their Hall of Famer. He was like
Yeah,
the
guys,
whole
those
league.
guys they could probably answer that one way or the other because they played
Right,
so
right.
many year
Right.
after year.
And Keith,
Right.
what Keith does is he'll make guys like all of a sudden they're peaking, and they're in their fourth, fifth season. All of a sudden they'll nosedive. He even
Like,
I think
All
he even
free agents.
yeah, or I think he even took one of the guys who was in his Baseball America for quite some. No, I'm sorry, might have
That's
been
the
his
set I was thinking.
football. I think football and his football fictional league made him a golfer when he retired. Put him in the fictional golf league.
Right,
That's a
with some
retired.
athletes like Jim Thorpe. Oh, gotcha, Magic. Well, yeah, I enjoy the draft leagues. I kind of got tired. I don't know. I've been hemming and hawing about it, but
I think draft leagues though I wouldn't say nobody does, but generally speaking, the stats don't matter as much.
welcome,
Yeah.
welcome. Hope everybody's doing well, and we hope the same. Fernando
Della
Della Rosa.
Rosa.
That's it.
Immortalized by Steve Tower. Yes.
So Steve had him first, and then he was traded away or something. Not traded away. He was signed as a free agent later, something like that. But I
Yeah.
remember following it on Delphi a bit, and I thought that was
I
phenomenal.
think he went nuts on Keith, right? Then he was like, "How did you do that to me?" Right?
I forget who it was. So I guess Steve had him. And yeah, so he became a legend there. He's in the Baseball America Hall of Fame there. So very cool.
That said, how does it work? So each year you get a new card set, and the guys are carded, I guess, based on how Keith decides. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what he uses to
so
decide it. Too.
you do kind of know, like that year, okay, does he have a good card or not? It's the same as like a real player. It's not like
Yep.
you start playing and it's like, oh my god, why is this guy suck so bad? Like you would know if his card was really bad that he was going to be bad that year.
Right, right. Almost like no, exactly like any of the cards and dice games. Going in, that's your team. They have a draft league too, and oh wow, he's went all over the place here.
Yeah.
James Hart had him last year, and now Grant Fines has him this year. Sounds like he's ready for the pasture. Like me.
He'll be on the golf circuit, the play golf circuit.
And I saw, oh, this is, I think, the key to all of play games. So, because you can, and you're never going to break the game. There's a lot of games you're not going to break the game. You don't have to be afraid to run with something. As I always said, just be consistent in all your games.
Oh, so true, especially in play game. Keith says it like a perfect example of when I got this up.
He just saw it.
Oh, did you break out the ukulele, Steve, in his memory? We were saying how somebody commented it's tough to get attached to fictional players. But you guys have been going with the Baseball America set for so long, and I know Fernando Della Rosa became like he's a Hall of Fame in that league. I didn't remember it was you that had him first, and now he seems like he's making his way through different teams. So, yeah. So that's what we missed. Fill us in on the career of Fernando Della Rosa.
Seems like, I mean, I know people have always played fictional stuff, but it seems like it's more popular, in the more recent years than it used to be, or maybe I just notice it more, that more people are playing fictional. I don't know if you guys
I'd
have
have
that
to agree
perception.
with you. I would have to agree with you.
It's definitely gotten more popular in the last few years. Definitely.
Now look at this. Well, we know he's a Red Wings fan. I never said he was a perfect guy. It just said he was a good guy. But Red Wings beat my Habs the other night. Ugh,
Nice pick.
what a fluke play too, Submaster. You can't tell me it wasn't.
Nice pick up there.
But yeah, that's a home run.
Yeah.
That's a home run.
Fernando has been. See what Steve wrote? Oh, no. Brian actually wrote it.
Because he misses the hold on, Biddy Beer Park.
Biddy Beer. Yeah,
I
Biddy
believe.
Beer.
I believe the Biddy Beer Park. Oh my goodness, Steve, you're starting to worry me. Starting to worry me there.
No, they have jerseys.
That's great.
He's got
That's
jerseys.
very cool. Though,
on the
yeah.
That is
website.
buying in big time. That is
Yeah.
great.
Play has a jersey on the website.
So now, Steve, let me ask you something. Do you guys get together to play any face-to-face games at any point of the year? Or do you play? I think he's play online some, but have you ever played across the table from each other? I'm curious. Let us know. So, yep, me, Jamie, and Joe are here, and we're discussing what's the most important thing for you, or more important. Hey, Andy, what's going on, man?
Hey, Andrew.
Is it that dead solid statistical accuracy and you drudge through a game? I don't think any of us would judge through a game, so that's probably the wrong way to word it. But is it okay, or is it good to have reasonable stats, believable stats, and the game is just a blast to play? That's what we've been sitting here talking about. So you guys get together at the conventions, but that's pretty cool. HPB. I don't know what that is, Dr. Jim. What is that? HPB. Jay, do you know?
No, I don't know.
Well, we will, because Dr. Jill will tell us.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Yes, Steve was saying he plays at the
Very cool.
PlayCon.
Yeah, very
And he
cool.
played out too last year, D. That's when he was singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Yes, that was great.
It's great. I think of it. Still think of that.
Yeah. Steve, you got a great attitude, my friend.
So
You
Jamie,
really do.
just to fill you in, so we were last year at D, in the middle of the convention, and everybody's playing. All of a sudden, we hear seventh inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game. Steve starts singing, and then the whole place stops. And the whole place
Half
stops.
price books. I should have known that. You said it earlier. I did confess how tired I am.
Oh yeah, that's okay.
Half price books. And I've never been on there. Jay, you?
I don't think I've ever been there, but I know of it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I never went on it either.
Thanks. Neither one of you ever told me about it. What's good about it? What was it?
No,
I
never
guess
went on
you land those deals there.
Now I gotta look.
I know.
Just like I need another game to pick up.
Yeah.
I've seen people, I think, post online that they buy games, different used board games there and stuff.
Cool.
Somebody posted in one of the Strat sites about a month ago. I think they went into Goodwill and they found a 1968 season for like $10
Of Strat?
of Strat. Yeah,
And they didn't have any goodwill to tell them, hey, I'm robbing you, but here's your $10.
yeah, really.
Oh, that would be cool, Steve.
Andrew answered the question. Yeah, I'd rather have fun with a game and have it
Yep.
pretty close in accuracy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's the consensus for most people. Because after all, why would we play a game if it's not fun?
Yes.
You're going to sit at your table and, Thank you so much, Maggie.
Thank you, sir.
Get some rest. Good night. Enjoy your day tomorrow. It's going to be beautiful out.
Steve's bringing the ukulele in me.
Yes. So they have a board game section. All right. So it's not an online thing. It's not a website. You got to actually have I don't think we have any of them out here. But like Joe said, I don't think I need to be going investigating either.
I got to see if there's any down here with me.
I've been going I just bought 4 retro hockey jerseys. Wait till she sees the bill.
Did you buy an oar?
I did.
It's his birthday yesterday,
Yes, it was. Yep. And what else? Oh, I don't know, Keat stuff, a couple of mats, another season.
Mats. Yes,
Mats.
you bought mats?
Matt Sunday.
Me, but I'm the mat king.
You are still. I have a long way to go to catch up to you, but they are nice. They are nice.
I'm having an Appa mat made. Appa hockey mat made.
Are you?
Yeah. I ordered
Very
it.
cool.
It's on its way.
Very cool. Very cool.
Oh.
Steve,
Yeah,
same to you, buddy. All right.
Thanks
You
for
have
coming,
a great,
Steve.
enjoy your day tomorrow. Thanks for popping in.
Yes. Thanks for supporting us, Steve.
Fernando
say-
talked about you with interviews too.
Another
Oh.
thing on realism too that it's not really often probably comes up as much as stats, but people always talk about the realism stats, but I'm wondering too, like the realism of the sport, like how it's being simulated when the game and stuff. Like, do things happen in the game in a logical way to like that matches the real sport or not?
Yeah, it has to feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like does that ever come? I mean, one, does it even ever come up to people at all, and if it does, is it a factor or not?
So let me see, Jay. You mean like with 8 seconds left in the game and you complete a long pass and somehow there's 1 second left on the clock?
Yeah, I
We-
mean,
We
some
know a
things can
game that
happen.
does that.
Yeah.
Oh, is that frustrating?
Yeah, especially in a head-to-head game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Complete a,
I think some of
65
those
done.
things you might see more in a computer game than a board game because when tabletop you can decide what happens or doesn't. But
I was just going to say that. You just took it right out of my head.
yeah,
True.
like if you're playing a computer football game and the computer's up by like 14 points and it's still passing, like that could kind of break the immersion for you a little bit too.
Yeah.
Even if the stats come out perfect or
Yep. Yeah, I think for PC games, I think a great AI is, to me, really, really important. It's where replay came in. I know they were tweaking it for a while. And did you ever play flat out against the AI, Jay? It does a good job.
and the
Replay
PC.
PC?
Yeah, it does a good job. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it does. It's like all of them. It sometimes does like some nothing major. Like sometimes it'll have like a guy steal a base when they're up like 8 runs.
Yeah.
They probably wouldn't do that in baseball if they didn't want the next guy to get hit in the head. But
Especially if Gibson was Koufax
yeah,
on them.
but nothing really that breaks the game. Bad.
Yeah. Catch up.
No, I was going to say, and what Jamie was saying, and you're managing the way you manage comes into a game, could come into the result of a game too. If you decide a perfect example, no DH. I like no DH.
Me too.
You got a 2-1 game and your pitcher's giving up 2 hits and it's the 7th inning and he's coming up. Do you pinch hit for him with the home run guy?
No
So-
DH.
But I'm saying, I managing this talent, you have to put some talent in the game too. And the funny thing is, the other day, or I think it was yesterday or the day before, somebody said something about one of these tournaments about, well, there's no talent, there's just dice rolling in a baseball tournament that's going to take place. Why somebody would say that? There is talent, there is managing. If I play against you in a tournament, Vin, you're going to manage your way, I'm going to manage my way, and we're going head to head. Without talent, for lack of a better word.
I mean, you might win. Like, you might get lucky
Oh
a
yeah,
little bit, but if you win the whole tournament, like, are you talking about like that strat tournament?
yes.
Yeah, like,
Perfect
isn't that-
example.
That thing, isn't it like 5 days? I might not know the details, but
Yeah,
let's say
something like that.
but it's
like
a very
week-
long tournament. So if you made it all the way to the end, the odds are that it came down to all luck, and you made it all the way in would be pretty phenomenal. I mean,
Then you
the odds
better
are-
go sit at a roulette table if you're that lucky, right? Instead
mean,
of playing in the.
Yeah, I mean, baseball it's different because the decisions you make aren't,
Mhm.
But usually you don't realize you made a bad decision until way after the game. So it's not like
Mhm.
saying football, like, oh, I should have passed on that, like right then. Baseball was like, oh, I should have subbed for this guy then, and now I'm screwed.
Right.
Yeah,
And
so
what
it's a little more subtle.
what blew me away is, and that's someone's opinion, and I respect that. Everybody has but what blew me away, what started that whole conversation was a game developer put up a post questioning Stratomatic, who's another game developer, in running this tournament, and what it kind of created the potential for negativity, and that just blew me away.
I'm so glad I dropped off a lot of groups.
Yep.
So Brian, it's funny. I was wondering today because we never used them. We never used to use them. We used to roll them right off the table. I always like to roll soft and stuff, but I don't know. That's a good question. I wonder who thought about play mats. Good.
It kind of, why I like them. They reduce your the space, because I got a History Maker play mat that was made for me. It was gifted, and it's got all the little charts in the corner. So without having to spread out everything, you got everything on a play mat.
I like them.
Okay. Good. No, good.
I like them because they roll quietly.
Yes.
And
you don't need the dice tray with them either.
Nothing slides all over the place.
Right. Exactly.
Different slots don't slide all over. So I
Exactly.
do like that. And Andy's talking about, it's probably the hottest talking PC game coming out. I don't know if I'm going to get it. I got to see. I got some mixed feelings about. I like Dana a lot, and I love payoff baseball, but I have some personal things I got to work out with my other person. You know how they have, no, buy it. Nah, you don't want it like that. So, I got to say, but I'm sure it's outstanding.
I play tested it, and the reason Dana was happy with me play testing because I'm not a PC guy, and he wanted that in the beginning.
Well, I tell you that's important because you're the easiest one to break the game.
Right, exactly, and he's invested. He's so invested in this development of this game, and it's really good. If you're a PC player and you love playing PC, this is definitely, I think, one of the top games out there. But I can't say because I know Action PC Baseball is a good game because you showed that to me. But I only have a few PC games to compare it to. But it looks like it's going to be really
just
good.
From the demo I saw, and like I said, the interaction we had with him is, we say we want to support people, and you know what? He's poured a lot of time into this. That would be the number one reason I do get is to support him and all the work he's put in. You're right,
the game. It's like PC Replay as far as it shows you. You're basically playing the board game, but it's on the PC screen. It's all the steps are right there in front of you.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's going to be like that with Payoff Pitch. It's going to be like that. I just have so much invested in Pete Ventura and Replay, but I'll get the game. I'm sure I will. So it's just another game anyway. So Doctor wants the season ticket baseball dice mat.
Because you have probably heard me say about that I got gifted one and has all the the steel chart in one corner and.
Oh yeah, I never saw that. Where is that?
Well, it was gifted. It was custom made.
Home?
I have one here in this home and one in my other home. I actually have two of them because when I got gifted the first one, I asked them for the art, and I had another one made to keep down here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, Corey, it's one of my favorites. It's become my solo PC baseball game. PC Replay. So I just enjoy it. I know the engine. Been playing it a long time, so I enjoy it. I create my own stuff with it. I love the basketball game too. So, and you do get good numbers out of it. Even the draft leagues and stuff that you get pretty good results. Draft leagues are tough to get results out of because everything changes. As soon as you break the teams away, the players away from the teams, everything changes. Me and Jamie have been in countless draft leagues over the years. That's why we're kind of getting tired of them. But as soon as you break the plays out, it becomes a whole different animal.
So what about besides numbers? Like when you're playing a game, what's important as far as like what makes you enjoy the game the most? Like what things you can think of that, like, oh, this is something that a game really needs to do for me to really enjoy it.
It's a good question. Very good question.
Want to take a stab at that, Joe?
Oh, let's see somebody from our audience.
Okay, that'll take a while.
Well,
Dusty, welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. Well, for me, Jay, first I look at the individual plays that are in the game. and I want to
Uh,
see, especially the ones I like. Like I just said, I've been enjoying playing with some games with Denver. At, I think I have 23, 24, 24, 25, right, the most recent one. And this Jokic dude has just become, like I said before, he's a freak. And I want to see every time, if I play with him, I want to see him get that triple double. I mean, he's averaging a triple double this year. And then you got guys like Luka Doncic. Now he's with the Lakers, but he was always with Dallas. So when I have guys like that, I want to see them perform. When they're my personal favorites, like Guy Lafleur, and I want it to feel like, listen, I don't want to see him score 6 goals in a game, But if it happens once in a while, I'm fine. But I want to feel like these players are playing the way they normally play. Now, that goes for them having down game. Like, having a game where they just didn't show up. It was a really off night. So if you're doing a season replay with teams, you can't expect guys they're not always going to have a great night. That's just the way it is. It's the way it is in life.
The way in real life, right?
Right. So, I kind of look at that as far as I look at that more than I do dead accurate stats. I wanted to feel like you were saying that, the sport I'm playing feels like the sport I'm playing. I was thinking of, as we're talking about that, the downhill skiing game that you turned me on to years ago.
oh,
The
the one
cards
by, yeah,
by Terry.
yeah, Terry Goodchild Lamborn Games, which is now, I always forget them.
Ozat.
Ozat, there you go.
Yeah, that's Barbara. She's a sweetheart too.
Mm-hmm.
That game, you could feel the intensity of the skier going down the slope, right?
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
The mechanics of that game were just designed so well because the way the game, had the things unfold was built into like your control. You would have to decide whether I'm going to push myself more here or not. But it was realistic, but all at the same time, you felt like you were playing a game too at the same time.
Yes.
You weren't just like trying to get a result.
Yes. Great game. Or if you pushed yourself too much, next thing you know, wiped out.
And it played fast too. So, it wasn't like if you tried to do a downhill skiing thing and it took you 45 minutes for one guy to go down the hill, it'd be kind of,
Yeah, it wouldn't be fun. I don't think it would be fun.
But the way he condensed it and had just enough where you just felt like you were actually right there, like you said, right there with the skier going down the hill, like the whole way. It was really cool.
Yeah, a genius game. But Terry's one of the greatest, right? He's a Hall of Fame game producer, I think.
Yeah,
He's
I mean, a lot of people well, maybe people do or don't, I don't know. You just don't see, because his games are more European or British, so they don't probably come up as much, on the Facebook groups and stuff as much as the others do.
Do they have a group?
I think they do. Yeah, they do have one on Facebook. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So many good guys there too that play this game.
Oh,
They love them. They love them.
What do you look for in a game, Jamie?
For me, I really like things that are gonna not just the stats, but give me the most narrative part of it. Like, so I feel like, either narrative as far as I'm, the manager or the coach, or even just narrative that if I'm watching it, I feel like the game unfolded in the way a real game would.
Mm-hmm.
Is that so you can let AI write your articles for you about that game?
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. Yeah. I just say I played a baseball game, enter, and then it produces everything.
That's perfect.
It's awesome.
Wow.
Technology.
That's great. Wow.
Yeah,
So you're like Grantland Rice with that thing then.
Mm-hmm.
And to build on that, realistic. When you said that, what comes to mind to me is game like History Maker Baseball, where an umpire could make a bad call.
Yeah.
And since playing History Maker Baseball, I kind of look for more, like you just said, something that could happen in a game in real life that can maybe change a play in the game.
Yeah. Highlight Maker Hoops, prime time. The referees are all rated like the umpires, and they can make a call that's all of a sudden, are you kidding me? How did that happen?
Yeah, even in the regular Highlight Maker Hoops, right?
Prime time. Yeah. The refs aren't included in the Highlight Maker Hoops.
Yes.
Because some people are the other way, and obviously, there's not a right or wrong.
Coaches are, not the refs.
Coaches. I apologize, just because I played it for a short time. Yeah. I knew something was in there that could influence
And I
Right,
played
it's
a game
coaches, right?
today that was off the hook. It was a play-in game, and coaches were making the right rolls, and all of a sudden one of them just he missed, and so a few of the main points of the game came down to the coaches. It's
You
such a
know,
good game.
it makes me you saying that, Finn, with the coaches, and I would I would love to see that in football, in a football sim game, a cards
How
and
do you
dice game.
incorporate that?
Right. That's Play did do it with the what do you call it? The football game, the fictional football, not their fictional. I can't think
Fury?
of. Yes, in Fury, there's coaches cards, and you could roll on the coaches cards to get
Right.
a pass, run. But I would love to see something like that
Hmm.
implemented into a real cards and dice football game, NFL
That's
game.
awesome, Dave. I know I love that. And Dusty says,
All three refs get involved. Wow.
yes, they definitely have a bigger impact than the
Okay.
refs do, because it comes up and you roll on the coach's card and you could actually get an automatic basket out of it. Or if it becomes complacent, then the other team will get a basket.
Wow.
So yeah, it's pretty wild. So I had one coach, I think it was 6 to 8 to be energized. And a couple of times down the stretch, I rolled a 5, both times. And I'm like, oh man. The team ended up losing. Let's see, Tom Kern was saying, see, basketball season. Yesterday I had an upset that was caused by a questionable referee in the last couple of cards. No foul call that probably would have tied the game. That is awesome. So is he questionable? He was taking a payment from somebody, Tom? You better investigate.
You have that in History Maker Baseball too. Questionable, right?
See, I don't know, Brian. I'm not a fan of that. I think that's a little gimmicky. But again, we all
Well,
love.
Yeah, I kind of like
yeah.
those kind
Jimmy.
of things. No, I was gonna say I kind of like those kind of things in games. As long as they're obviously have to be implemented, right? But
Realistic, right?
yeah, or
I-
just that more like because sports are like we think of them as box scores and stuff, but they're not just numbers. So
No,
you can simulate other things, or you can simulate just the numbers and have fun and use your imagination.
what Brian's saying. Perfect example is History Maker Baseball.
Yes.
It can work if you're doing if you're doing a series and a season, it can work
Yeah.
because if you lost,
Season.
yeah, if you lost
Comes in.
if you lost 3 games straight, you're going to be dissident. The team's going to be dissident. They're going
Right.
to feel down. If you won 5 straight, the team's going to be uppity. So in that sense, I think those pre-games can play if you're playing a series. Like
I
when
But
guess-
historical, I was reading a book on the 1985 World Series. It's a great book too, by the way. It's the I-85 series if someone's interested in that. But anyway, they were talking about that famous, bad call by the player at first,
Don Deckinger.
Don Deckinger, and how
Good thing we don't know about sports, right, Joe? It's good.
the Cardinals, they're like it just ruined them for the rest of the series, basically.
Yes.
Like they're in the clubhouse, they were just all like on edge, like people would come in there could tell, and
Well, if you
manager,
remember,
every little thing that happened in the game after that, it was like the umpire was just in their head the whole time.
We were talking about that when we met last time,
Oh.
Jamie. Remember? I was saying about how San
Yeah.
Diego said when they came into Yankee
Yeah, that's right.
Stadium
That's that
for the first time, one of the players said we knew we couldn't win just from the atmosphere of the historic and.
I was just going to refer back to an interview, but I forgot we couldn't use it. I really want to get him back on, Brian,
Yeah,
because he alluded to that. He works for them, and he mentioned that
He
play,
did.
and it just zapped the
Yes.
whole locker room.
and
I mean,
he
there's
right.
so many
Yeah.
examples of that in sports or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. So that kind of stuff, Brian, I get it. I thought you meant like something. I don't know. I was thinking something different. Like you're just going to change the whole team's makeup or something. But to keep in line, like we talk about with History Maker Baseball, I can see that. Could probably do something like that with, though it happens throughout the game in Highlight Maker. hoops, prime time, and highlight maker hoops regular. So because your coaches' cards come up and you got to roll on them, so
Ki-
that's pretty
ki-
impactful. It's
Kind of, it
enjoyable.
kind of also throughout the game comes into Grant's 49 hockey, where you're changing if you're trailing or if you're leading, how you have to change. I got to dump and chase now. So in a roundabout way, it does. He does have a system that affects which way the game could go per se, based on the score. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yep, yep, yep. This is a great way to look at it too, Brian. So example, the pre-roll, the play X is cold this game. Why is he cold? Is he sick? He's just not right. He's feeling. So you could leave it up to your imagination.
Yep.
Yep. Did he get smacked by his wife in front of his friends and kind of got embarrassed?
Or did he go 0 for 8 in his last 2 games? Right. You don't know, but it
Well,
creates the narrative.
that you would
Right.
know if you're replaying. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that I could see.
But it
That's
creates a
where
narrative.
on a like say on a computer game they can do. I think well out of the park. But I used to have an old hockey game, Wayne Gretzky's hockey. This came out like in the late '80s, '90s. But the players had ratings. They didn't have stats, but their ratings were based on their stats. But you only saw their ratings. But if they got cold behind the scenes, like let's say the guy's an 8 in shooting, but he's cold, so now he's a 4.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say he keeps missing, but you don't know, is he missing because he has bad luck, or is he cold? Like, do I want to? So then, as you're playing as a coach, like you have the same mentality as a coach, or it could be like in baseball, like is this guy in a slump, or is he just having bad luck?
He was out drinking last night with the
right?
guys.
Because like a guy's a 300 hitter, in real life, then if he's batting 200 in your game, then it's bad luck because the dice has been bad.
Right.
If you take that part out of it, then you can put yourself more in a kind of frame of mind for a coach or a manager.
That's where the narrative stuff comes in. And Jamie, I've traded Hall of Famers because I feel like they were just never going to do nothing on my team. Oh yeah, I've traded early.
Oh, that happens in draft leagues. Yeah, there's some guys that they just never.
Could see that.
Well, they never performed. And I'm like, so my teams in football and in baseball is where the quarterbacks and the pitchers go to die. I don't care who it is. Jamie knows. Give me a staff of like Lefty, Grove, Gibson, Koufax, Eva. You might as well give me 4 high school guys.
I don't know if Jeff Ray's still on here or not. You can ask him about Roberto Clemente and his replays and project. It's his favorite player. He always is like, he performs in everybody else's replay but his.
So Brian, back to our question: is that something that's important to you? Does the pre-roll, setting a narrative up for the game? Is that something that's important to you that you look for in a game?
I think he enjoys it. He loves that stuff.
Yeah.
I think he enjoys it, and I can see it the way the context he put it in. Yeah, because it just adds more to just the whole talk about immersion. It just adds the depth of what you're doing. So I've never played 4 classes.
It's so ironic it came up because the last week I've had 3 different guys telling me, Joe, you got to look into 4 classic baseball. You'll love it. And I did. I went on the site and I read the rules and I did see that feature where they have, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, because I'm not really familiar. I just read. I believe they have 3 categories where you roll before the game. Is the pitcher, is his stuff on? Is he mediocre? Yeah. Or is his stuff really off? And that was kind of attractive. I like that because
now, I guess the odds for it have to correlate with his statistics, right? I mean, you can't always.
I'm sure.
No,
I'm sure.
Right?
I'm sure it depends on the pitcher.
Right, Jeff? I mean, a guy like Gibson, 68, is going to have to be.
Yeah, I would assume that's got to be a mechanic that only comes up like rarely. Not rarely, but not very. Like 90%, it's not going to be have great stuff or bad stuff. Otherwise, it would. Because you're still using the guy's stats,
Right, and I'm sure, like Vinny said, the rolls, the numbers in the rolls have to be based on his stats. Because every time he pitches, you're pre-rolling.
Right. You wouldn't expect it to see this.
Well, let's say like a guy like Siva, his stuff's going to be on more on a roll than your average journeyman pitcher.
Or like Seaver, even when his stuff wasn't on in his prime, you still had trouble hitting him.
Right. I'm sure. And Jeff, you can, if you're familiar with the game, maybe you can confirm that or educate us more. But it's so funny it came up this game again. There's like 4 times to me this week.
Ooh,
I really don't.
Full classic.
I don't need another baseball game.
It's not about need. It's about.
I rotate 4 of them now.
I don't know what it's about. It's about just, like I said, Ralph Cramden. Easy.
It did look good, but.
Oh, Jeff watched replay game and showed on his show. Hey, did you guys watch him interview our buddy Kevin? Did you guys see that interview that he did with Kevin Thomas?
Who?
Replay game?
No, I didn't catch that.
Oh, my.
Good.
Kevin's so wonderful.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
He really is.
Just laid back. It was just great. I encourage you to go watch it.
Yeah.
When he drafts 95. Brian, that would definitely be the case. Like I said, I've traded more Hall of Famers than anybody because pitchers do not perform for me. So, look who showed up. Don't you have a sermon to be working on? It's 10 o'clock at night, bro.
Another guy with the
So he's
4
playing
classic.
yeah. Rich is not afraid to try different games.
They're going to kill me. Neither. Oh, no, like we are.
See what
That's
he
the
said,
scary
right?
thing.
Go get it, Joe, and tell us how you like it. Yeah, Andy, wasn't he? He's such a gentleman. They both were.
He really
Great
is.
interview. Kevin was so good. Yeah, I was happy from him. We got to get him on here, too. I don't know if he's a late night guy, but we got to get him on here. And he's brilliant, too. He's really good.
Oh, he's a late nighter guy because when I post something at 3:30 in the morning,
Oh,
3 minutes later, I'll get a like from Kevin.
all right. Touche, Pastor. Touche. I forgot. Yeah. I feel like it's 3:56 in the morning here. Yeah, right, Dr. Jim? Wasn't it so? Oh, it was just so nice.
I got to watch it. Maybe when we get off here, maybe I'll watch it tonight. Put my earphones in.
Yeah, it was really good. Really good. Nothing nasty like,
I like the replay
Earth
gamer just in
Shatter.
general too. He's got
Yes.
such a nice, his demeanor and everything.
Yes.
Yeah,
He does.
He's like
I'm going to ask him how he does that. Maybe he could reflect some on me. Yeah.
He does. He's very soothing.
Mhm.
He's very soothing when
Yeah.
he.
Yeah, just a gentleman. You could see it.
yeah.
That was fun. Very nice. And again, I like seeing Kevin get his name out there.
Oh, shots fired! Shots fired!
He's allowed. I know you're so old at 8:56. Yes,
Shots
maybe I just said it feels like 3 a.m. Past the 3 a.m. This was a long day. I'm not complaining, but I had a blast listening to all my little nieces running around there from 4 to 12. And then my niece, the mom, realized they had to get them. Her husband's a wonderful kid.
Vinny was watching them. Felt like he was playing an express game.
They were wearing me out just watching them. And then she had to race them out the door because the older one has the state championships until I get home, get some rest. So I hope she does well, but just told her, have fun with it. Too young to worry about winning or losing. Have fun with it. Hey, Todd. Thanks for joining
Hello,
us.
Todd.
Yeah, there's been a lot of the wrestling fun. Yeah, the tournament was on for wrestling, too. There's only so many hours in a day, but I've been watching the basketball. But yes, the wrestling finals, and I don't know them anymore like I used to. But college wrestling is incredible. You're gonna excuse the top of my bald, shining head. I just gotta look at the scores because I'm not gonna say no in case anybody's taping right now. But yeah, man, all good. But yeah, the wrestling stuff is good. I know a lot of guys that got into wrestling. I'm friends with a family here that were big with that. 2 brothers were state champs. The father was very involved in it. They, I believe it was for Bergen Catholic they wrestled for, but don't quote me. Which is it's a big money school too, so they get a lot of the great athletes. But That's a sport. Is anybody ever? Is there any wrestling games like real wrestling games
I
out?
was
I
I
think
was
that
just thinking that.
did. I don't want to mispronounce his name. The Italian guy who makes a lot of
Yes.
the. He has
Well,
one right now for
Um,
sure.
so I got the name on the tip of his name on the tip of my tongue.
Uh,
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Why can't I think of his name?
Trevini, Roberto.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
there you go.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Di-
He has. I think he has
Now,
a game for it. I mean, he has a game for every game basically.
now there is a sumo wrestling game out.
Mhm.
Hey, yeah, that's
Yeah, sideline strategy.
Joe
That's
Bryan, right?
Yeah,
And
yes.
didn't Anthony Pasalica make a? I want to say he. I don't know how like widespread it was, but I'm pretty sure I have one from him from years ago.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I spoke to him quickly. He's been swamped too. Oh,
I may.
Dave, I see you like me. Yeah, that would happen.
Roberto Chiavini.
That would happen. But oh, I got ex Anthony. I didn't know that.
Who's that,
Yeah,
Ray? Who's Chicano? Was he another failure flyer goalie?
Chicano. Ray, you thought you told me you were feeling better last time we spoke. You better go take your temperature, bro. Chicano, you can get in
Hit with
trouble for that.
too many pucks in the head.
Holy cow. I don't even, I'm not even going to pretend to guess what Chicano is. Maybe he thinks
Oh,
that was Chavini. The guy's
yeah,
Italian, bro.
yeah.
He's an
He's not
Italian.
not Mexican. He's Italian. Oh, there I see Dave joined
Auto
us.
correct.
Welcome, Dave.
Yeah, okay. Everybody says it's auto
Yeah.
correct now. I
At
call
least
it,
say fat fingers. At least I
I-
blame my fat fingertips.
be honest, call it illiteracy like it is. All right? We love
Flyer
that.
fan. Flyer
We
fan.
love
Yeah, we
auto
love
correct, not me. Yeah, well, you weren't even close.
Make
You
sure
got
you
two letters right, three letters right.
cite your phone now if it autocorrects your spelling.
There you go. Call your phone out. Oh man, I love it.
This is what happens when he rolls games too. He blames autocorrect because he keeps re-rolling the dice until he gets
Yeah.
his result.
That's why
You know.
I'm glad we don't have no flyers in that WHA product.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I think this is the third show I'm on. We're doing it. I said I got to get back to it.
You got one game laying
Joe
there,
sent me
buddy.
a subtle
One
reminder.
game.
the other day. I got to get to that game. It's a block and a half hold. But the guys have been carrying it, and I've been trying to follow as much as possible. It's been fun. I do love Grant's hockey game. I love his football game.
He's great.
Can't wait for the new fast action cards to come out. It's going to be fantastic.
So speaking about Grant's hockey game, I'm in that. Ray is in the league with me, the hybrid hockey league, where we drafted the 24, 25 teams,
Yes.
and I've been using hoops. I've been using Hockey Blast all year. That's been my so
Boom. There
so
you go, Ray.
Philadelphia Criers, yeah. So Grant, I happen to be playing Grant's team. He's Utah, and he actually created cards like his 49 without teams, and I played it. It was
Hey, who's
really
gonna do that? Oh, it's got to be fun.
it was great. It was the first time I've used 49 in the season, but it was really great. And now he
Nice.
created one for Ray, and I'm hosting that game too. And I played a
Doesn't-
full version.
Doesn't he know Ray cheats?
No, that's why he made the card for me, not for Ray.
God. All right, that's safe. That's
Yeah.
safe. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, Philadelphia Cries. I tell you what, I did notice. I didn't know. I saw it on the news. That shot that Dowdy hit Mitchkoff with. I have Mitchkoff in the draft. I do not want him getting hurt, but he got wiped out. I did not like that.
No.
Oh, Rich, we talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
It's just, this is the golden age of gaming, in my
Yes.
opinion. We've kind of shared the same thing. It's just nonstop, Rich. You can go broke. Yeah, I'm kind of going broke.
Sure. It's the spending your gold age.
But yeah, it's because I noticed you've been bouncing around. You're doing those Houston Astros ad lib, I guess I call it, when you're doing like you with players, and then like with Cedeno and Jared Richard, and then you were doing the Glory Days boxing, and That's my problem. I think that's my biggest problem. Is I don't know what to play. I stick with what's hot for now, and now it's I obviously and that's another good subject too. And what the heck, we're chatting, so I don't save them for another day because tomorrow is not promised to anyone. I play. Do we get involved in a game of a sport that's currently playing? So how many are knee deep in basketball because the NCAAs are going on and the NBA is going down to crunch time? Or how many are getting into hockey if you're not a 24/7 hockey guy like Joe and I? You know what I mean? When the sport is there, are you really gearing up for baseball? Does that have an impact on what you're playing? I will say this. When I used to go to games, after I got home for whatever sport that was, I had to put it on the table. Now I
Put you in
love
the mood.
yeah, especially when I used to go to the Garden and watch the Rangers play. Because my friends were all Rangers fans, so they would take me along, and yeah, and I would come home and I said, "Oh, can't wait to get home. I want to put that on the table. I want to put Strat on the table. Put Strat on
That's
the
true. It's
I
true.
wonder, does that do you guys does that make you click?
I'll tell you what's happening to me, and I'm not into basketball at all. Very, very, very rarely. And I'm seeing all these posts about highlight maker hoops, and sometimes I'm getting the itch to order it, and I grab my. But you do, I think, like you said the other day, Fury football, and I like that game. Hadn't had it on the table in God knows how long. Saw like 5 posts of it. I pulled it out. So yeah, even sometimes seeing what's hot can put you in the mood, and at least for me.
What about
Okay.
buying? When you see lots of people playing a game, does it make you want to buy it?
Yeah,
Or
that's
talk
what I was.
about it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying with highlight maker hoops. I'm seeing everybody playing, and it almost makes me want to buy it.
Uh,
You saw the question I put up there for you, Bill? So
From Dave, what I
Dave,
think about Soccer Blast Express?
yeah.
Yes, I finished my. I played my '77 Cosmos replay. Finished it. They actually finished with the exact same record. I didn't even realize it until I looked it up, and I really like the game. I own all their Express games except for the CFL, and I have to say I really love their games. And Soccer Blast Express, I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. I'm trying to think of another project with it now.
So yeah, and I do this too. Well, I like to have the sport on when I'm playing,
Yeah.
which is very easy right now, obviously. But I do enjoy that too, and especially if you get a full game on YouTube from our era, my era, whatever I'm in. Oh man, it's so much fun. So yeah, I think a lot of us do that,
Yeah.
Jim. I do.
what about when you're playing a replay or whatever your project is? Do people put like certain music on that goes with that replay, or do they have any like habits
That's
that they always do?
interesting.
Yeah, like
That's a good question.
Yeah, I've never done music.
Me either.
Sundays and during football season, if let's say the Giant game's on 1 o'clock, I'll go in my gaming room, or if my wife is out. Otherwise, we watch the game together because she's a big football fan. But if she's not, I'll go in the game and I'll put a football game on the table and play football while I'm watching football.
because I really like doing season replays, so I'll like go all into like reading up everything. I mean, I think a lot of
Okay.
people that like it's almost like I'm researching it before I even play.
Right. I
Right.
know people that do that, and it definitely lets you get a better grasp of the plays and everything. Yeah, Jeff, I'm kind of the same way. I do. Yeah, I'll put this back up.
Yeah, but not
I'll
all
play what I feel like. There's certain sports I'm just going to play all year round. I'm playing hockey. I'm
Hockey all
playing
year
college football most of the time. But sometimes it's in your face, and it's like, I want to see if I can replay that. I want to see if I could, let me get that on the table.
As far as I'm sorry, Vin.
No, it's all right. I was just
So as far as research, Jamie, it's funny you say that because I remember the Cosmos. They were hot. They were big growing up in New York. When we had our own New York team. But I found between soccer and lacrosse, which I'm semi-familiar, when I'm not really familiar with a game and I want to do some kind of replay, like you, I'll do research on the sport. So again, so sometimes these games educate you and make you learn more about the sport than you actually know.
Yes, I think TMN here. Am I seeing that right? TMN, yes. I get that 100%. I kind of feel that way, you know. I'm not a locked in because of a certain sport that's on, but I do enjoy playing them more, or it's just I lean that way. This, Tom, 1,000%.
Yeah, music would do that to me too.
No. I'd rather listen to somebody talking in the background or playing the game I'm playing, even if I know how to play it, if there's nothing on, or I'm putting a sport on. But even my sports, like down here, you wouldn't even know if my TV was on over here. I mean, it's not that close. It's full basement, so it's like 2 rooms over. But I listen to things so low. I just don't like a lot of noise anymore. I just don't. I like quiet, which made it with the kids today. I had to get down to be like their age so I could let them feel comfortable yelling, screaming, and jumping on all my wife's furniture. But I do like calm. So, yeah, Brian, as I just said, the same thing. So,
Yeah, I'll listen. Sometimes I'll listen to a stream while I'm playing. I'll put yeah, I do that.
yep, I get that. I definitely get that, Rich. I've actually looked at some games, like you saying, and said, wow, I never finished. I never finished that one.
I don't know if I
never
ever
did
did
that.
7 years. I know I did a replay that I started and stopped and picked it up 3 years later before.
Well,
But yeah,
Wow. Yeah, I found a couple of replays that I haven't messed with, and then you start, you chip away at it here and there. So.
those
what
cards are
about
nice, Corey.
is it
Those cards are really nice.
is finishing the season important, or do most people just start? A lot of people, once they get it started and planned out, that's like 90% of their fun, and then other people, I'll be like on this side. If I don't finish the replay, I mean, I have to finish it. I can't just leave it
Yeah,
unfinished.
you are a stickler from the day I met you. Yep. And I think that's fantastic.
Mhm.
I'm the worst. I've often said
Yeah.
I am the best in the world. Exaggeration. Coming up with ideas. And then I plan them and I chart them and I write them down. And I never play one game with it and jump to the next idea. I am the worst at that.
See, that's one of the things that's nice now with all the YouTube, for the last years. You don't have to, if you want to, you don't feel like playing it, you can put on someone playing a game on YouTube and follow it that way. Like, I mean,
I'm going to give a perfect example because Jamie was a part of this. Now, I love History Maker Baseball. I do. I started up a draft league with, what were the cards? The Hall of Famers or something, Jay? And
is
Oh,
that
the
the one?
Cooperstown?
yes.
Yeah.
The Cooper's that some set. Oh,
So
my
I
favorite.
was emailing Anthony and Jamie.
This is
and
when
I
you
had-
asked us to pick our teams, right?
I'm so sorry. I wasted like a week of their time
Uh-huh.
picking players. I put the teams together. I played about 6 games each. Now I still have it. It's written down in there. And then I stopped. And they were so great. They drafted 2 teams. We helped me name different teams. And that was fun to put together. And then boom.
Yeah, Dave Lando is a replay machine.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's got probably 1,000 replay. When they're all finished, it's going to be pretty cool. But his intentions are always good.
She said he always finishes them. He didn't say when. Quickly and efficiently, he said. So come do mine then. I get it, Dave. I get it. It's, sometimes it's nuts.
Dusty, for your question, I'm not planning to. Yeah, maybe not, but it's not in my plans for the World Cup
I
qualifiers.
saw who just did that? Somebody did them for History Maker Baseball?
Oh, they did.
But they weren't cards.
No, they made
All
team
the
cards.
qualities. Yeah.
They made team cards with the qualities for each
I
player.
saw it. I glanced
Yeah.
at the file.
And it was actually a nice job. The guy did a nice job. I looked at it.
Jeff, 100%. It's just, that's why I end up doing it. But, hey,
I think
Chris,
that's true
welcome.
for a lot
Thanks
of
for
people.
joining us, buddy. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, Jamie already told on you. on you, D. He said you don't finish them. You just have a lot of them. But I can't. I don't throw stones at people that don't finish replays.
Well, you can't say he didn't finish them. He doesn't abandon them. He just hasn't finished them. That's the difference.
Just
One-
starts more and more.
One that I do remember abandoning was when I got the 81-82 Hockey Bliss season set, and I set out to do a Gretzky replay to see if I could make his numbers come close. And in the 34th or 35th game, I abandoned it because in the 34th game he had like 58 goals. It was like this is, and that's one of the replays that I did abandon. But I've finished. I did a 62-63 NHL season replay, which I finished. I did a 69 Mets replay, which I finished.
Yeah. See, personally, what I think kills your time, I've told you this, you get involved in the co-ops too. And I know why, because you're trying to use
I love the co-ops. I
Yeah.
love them.
But to have that and then have your
Try to do
it's
yes.
so hard to keep them going, you know?
Yeah. But I do love the co-ops. I can't wait for our 90. We're finished in our 81-82. We're down to may go a seventh game. Islanders and Edmonton. And then we're going to start our 93-94
Nice.
season replay. But I do enjoy that.
So now, are you expecting your Rangers to win it?
93-94. Who knows? You know, in a co-op, getting back to our original question and where we went from there, everybody coaches and manages differently.
Yeah.
So
And
you
is
don't
that,
know.
is that Barrett guy in it?
And Barrett's going to be in it.
Forget
Yeah.
it. You
So,
ain't winning it.
yeah.
Rangers.
So what I do is he was in the 81-82 Barrett.
Yeah.
So when I see a Philadelphia game, I plug my name in it so
There
he
you
couldn't
go.
touch it.
Right.
That's all.
I
Right.
don't blame you. We all know what he's about. He's that type of guy.
We love you, Ray.
I'm so
You know we
tired.
love you.
He knows how I feel. He knows how I feel, man. We got to get a gathering together, and
Big
things are
team.
starting to clear up
Yeah, we
around
got.
here.
I see that. I see one of my guys from the club reached out to you. He said he'd love for you to teach him. I think highlight maker hoops. Mitch, Mitch.
Reached out to me.
Yeah, he answered one of your things. Hey, you think you could teach me? And
Oh,
you said
yeah.
when Joe comes back.
Yeah, I'll do it. He can come
Hey,
out. And
great
play.
guy. Great guy.
He can
Really
come
great
out
guy.
to the house and play.
You'll like him.
We'll
You'll
have another
definitely like him.
gathering. We'll have another gathering. We'll have a little
Yeah.
spring fling. Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
We'll have fun with that. We can do that.
We got Mike. Mike's going to join us. I know Mike told me he's excited about.
Mike can only come if he parks the truck on my lawn.
Yeah, D to D. He's excited about D to D. He told me
Good.
last night.
Good.
Yeah.
Deeded. Oh, the Mike Canestrari convention.
No, the Mike.
Oh, that one. Now I got it. I was a little confused. I didn't know what you meant. So we're gonna have a Jamie Marshall convention.
They're gonna. You better watch, Vin, because they're gonna might call this the. Oh, you mean the Jamie Marshall podcast?
I'm gonna
This
have
is the Jamie Marshall.
Yeah,
It's gonna
right.
be
He is. He's the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, he is. the
yeah.
man.
Vinny and Joe aren't even real people. They're
That's
AI
right. We're
created.
AI created.
Yeah. Wait till he writes up well, he don't write
No,
the biography.
it's funny.
AI
Apple-
writes it.
So it's funny you said that, Jamie. You know, Appa has an AI podcast.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't
I
know
listen.
what it is.
I listened to it.
Dave absolutely loved the game. Love it.
I listened to it. It's
Actually, AI doing it?
It's so what happened was it's very informative. Like they talked about hockey and the way the features are. But I'm listening. I says they sound so generic. It's a guy and a woman. Like there's no life to them.
We
It's
could have a
scripted.
woman talking about hockey.
And she was actually, but she's AI. They're both AI. I found out it's AI. They're
Dave,
both-
look forward to your next journey with Jesus. Thank you.
Mr. Dave.
Have
Thank
a
you,
good
Mr.
night,
Dave.
rest, and have a great Sunday.
Is Jamie Marshall the one that worked on Breakpoint?
Yeah, years
Programs?
ago. I remember Chris. He did a ton of stuff with the Hafner games and all that. Yeah, that was a Hafner tennis game. Breakpoint.
Chris
Okay.
is still doing. I think
Yeah, still
half
does.
the
He
stuff.
still
Yeah,
does
yeah.
games. Yeah.
I thought he mentioned that on one
Yeah.
of our shows. Yep. Good stuff. Jamie's been around a while. Don't let his age fool you.
Barrett calling me a bully. I'm not a Broad Street bully. You're the Broad Street bullies.
Me and Jamie go back a long way, man. A long way. Yeah. So you did work on Breakpoint tennis, huh?
Yeah, I mean not like commercially, like made some like home brew tennis players and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
I loved. I don't know if anybody in the
It's a
chat has
good
ever
game,
played it.
although the Anthony's
Yeah.
game is.
Time travel is
I've never played the board game with the computer game.
board game could take a while. But
What is
Yeah.
it? What's the game?
They're very
Time travel
similar. It's
tennis?
just that, yeah.
Oh, because there was a time travel baseball game too, I think, right? But not by him.
No, that's not Anthony.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anthony's tennis game is off the hook.
Thank you, Andrew. Good night, Andrew. Thanks for coming on.
And you have a great night. Yeah. Yes, Chris does still. Yeah, I really need to get back to creating plays for that. So, yep. Half of his games were ahead of it at time. The other guy does a lot of stuff too. Phil Lupi.
I think he's the one he
He
has the
runs
Facebook
that.
page. Yeah, Facebook page. Yeah.
Another gentleman, real good guy. I don't know why they put up with me, but yeah. So, but Anthony's tennis game, like I was saying, the big complaint is you don't have individual seasons, and it's not going to get updated. But there's enough that you could play for a pretty long time. Yeah. It's not like, as Keith calls this play down set, evergreen. Now I know why. Holy cow!
Well, his game, Anthony's time travel and breakpoint, they're very similar in the way they play, like the way the shots are and stuff like that. But
okay.
I always thought Anthony's game, if they would just do like like in boxing games where you can set like this is prime Ali or post prime Ali. If you could do that, like say prime Jimmy Connors, then you would really need a season. You could say, okay, this is 1991 Jimmy Connors, and so I'll make him prime. Now he's 1980 Jimmy Connors or whatever.
Right. Like some of the boxing cards that.
Yeah.
Why am I drawing a blank? I'm the worst. Anthony.
Yeah, but a lot of boxing games have the different, the same boxer but rated, different ways.
When he was Cassius Clay, when he was Ali, right?
Yeah, time maker like George Foreman.
Yeah, that's why I bought all those Glory Day sets, because they had all those different ones, and so it's pretty cool to have another great game. Just not enough time. Not enough time to set up. But yeah, so then this is below replacement level. Our show with Joe and Jamie, and we just really, really appreciate all of you who keep coming in. You can make it, even if you're just listening. Just thank you again. And my nephew asked me tonight how many subscribers, how many. I said, listen, do I look once in a while? Honestly, yeah, I do. I want to know people enjoying it, but are we looking to make anything? No. Don't want nothing from anybody. You feel like
you get paid the same regardless of how many subscribers.
What's important to me is that everybody who does
Ray, we more than appreciate you, Ray. We literally love you.
Yeah, we love you, Craig.
We don't know why. We're still working on that part, but we do. We love you. We'll figure out why eventually.
What I look at is who comes in when we have the live chat. That's what's important to me.
It's great.
And everybody having their questions and having a good time. Yeah. Just like we always say, hanging out in the corner in front of the candy store and just shooting the breeze.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just something we really enjoy. Like I said, Joe, no, I was exhausted. I was almost ready to tell him, Joe, I don't think we could do anything.
Oh, I felt it in the air. That's why I texted you.
But I can't. It's like, how can I not come out and hang out and talk with my friends? And I'm not just talking about Jamie and Joe. I mean, all of you. Some of you I got to know better than others, but I hope to get to know everybody as well as we can. So.
It was like, it brought me back tonight with Vinny waiting for him, and it brought me back to like when we were kids in the neighborhood. And remember, your friend lived on the in the apartment above the store, and you threw a rock at his window. Come on, Vinny, come out. Come on, we're all hanging out. Come on.
Used to do that to girlfriends too.
Come on, sneak out. But that's for another chat, another live chat.
Wow, Chris, that's a project to put together. Let me know. Because I still have it, and I have the DOS box thing on this laptop that I can run the games. And
his college basketball game, a lot of people thought was the best of all his games too.
I played that. Courtside. I played it. Yeah, it was really good. Todd, you have fun with that. We won't be there. It's just too much for me. It's too much.
Yeah,
like I said, I'm doing 2 right now. I have 2 planned for the year, and in May, and then in August, Jeff Giordano's for APA football convention.
it fell a tough time of year too because it's around the Easter holiday. And
hmm But again,
Which
we
game
have
was
an
you guys talking about?
IndyCon,
Oh, there's an Indy. Okay, I was
Yeah.
confused.
but
Jeff's
we-
is the football Hall of Fame one, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
we are planning. So we've been in contact with each other, and we are discussing putting one together over here in Jersey. What up, Jamie? There you go.
It's MV. Yeah, that's someone you need to get on the show too.
Do I know him?
You don't know him, but I know him. But
Well, if you know him, I know him. Get him
Yeah.
on. We'll get him on.
yeah, he would definitely.
Everybody's screen names is tough to know.
Mhm.
Who's who, but I get it. I get it. All
Well,
right,
yeah.
yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
We can do that. Wow, Chris, you've been doing it that long.
My
Holy,
Jersey Con. Yeah, it could be a Jersey Con.
well, it could be shorts instead of a jersey. You just
It's definitely
t-shirt.
ain't gonna be a flyer con.
Wow. Ray, when he gets back, you could take him on.
He's bugging me already to meet the first weekend I'm back to play
Oh,
some
Todd,
hockey.
that would be great. Well, listen, God knows what it is, and we will pray.
Well, I
for
hope
you.
you're there because
For
if
sure.
you're there, that means you did well.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
And if you can't make it because you got to rest, that's
So
okay
be it.
too. As long
Right.
as it goes
As long
well.
as you're okay, right?
Yeah. So we hope. No. We'll
But
be
again-
praying. We don't hope. We pray.
I want to thank everybody for supporting us tonight.
Yeah.
Like every time we're on, it's fun. We hope you guys enjoy and have fun, you guys and girls.
And have a great Sunday. The
Yes.
weather's changing around, so yeah. All right, Todd. We'll be in touch. We're going to put more information
Yeah.
about that, but we're going to shut it down now. I want to go up and get my
Yeah.
daughter to sleep too if she didn't crash already, and I want to get up tomorrow and watch the games while
Yeah.
the girls are out. Oh no,
Oh my God. You'll be in my prayers, Todd.
Todd, you're on Facebook.
You'll
If
be in
you
my
are-
prayers.
Send me a DM, okay?
Yeah.
Please. Okay, and if you're not and you're on Delphi, it seems like the DMs there are working better with the reply. Either one, please. All right. In the meantime, God knows everything.
God bless you.
And I'll
May
be
God
praying
will
for
stay
you,
with
but
you.
reach out to me, okay? Please. MV,
You're
let's
welcome,
hook up.
sir. Thank you.
let's hook up. Jeff, thank you
Jeff, same
so
to you.
much. Your constant support for us. And Chris, let me know about the Hafner projects. And yeah, Mikey T.
Mikey T, the pizza guy.
Yep, squares only.
Great pizza. Great. He makes a great pizza.
Thank you, Todd. No, I'm serious. Please reach out to me. All right. With that, we're going to say good night and
Yes.
God bless
Good night,
all
all.
of you. Enjoy your day. Thank you again.